Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, let the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join or subscribe to our options trading live channel, link is below in the description. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description as well to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. And if you can, hit the like button. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Now, getting into it, S&Ps are down 60, Dow's down 660, NASDAQ closed down 102 right now. My P&L, we have a lot to cover in today's video, so I'm going to try to, kind of go straight to the point, keep a steady pace here. But I was rather flattish. I was up like $150 a day. Realized gains were only up like 40 bucks, 45 bucks, 48 bucks, something like that right now. So a couple things today. Peloton, I did hit my targets on Peloton. I've been holding the 37 put for May expiration. It finally came down. I thought we were going to get a little bounce, but Peloton, let me just get to it real quick. PTON. I shorted it on April 15th. It obviously pushed above to 38 and I held on and it came to my target of like 31.30. I do think it's going to come around the 28 mark, but I just wanted to take some profits off the table. It hit my initial profit target, so I thought potentially we were going to get a little bounce here. It did bounce to like almost 33, but it just faded, pretty much faded all day. So I'm going to be looking for another short entry. If Peloton can rip up a little bit here, maybe up to like 34 area, I would like to see that for another short entry is what I'm looking at. Now, getting into the trades today, Costco, I took my risk off. I did have a spread that I was actually down. I was actually down max loss on this the other day, and it kind of came back around where I was only down 50% on it. So I closed out, obviously. After I closed it out, I thought that Costco was really consolidating here, so I sold it. I bought it back. I thought that I was going to try to rip back up to like 319, 320 area this afternoon, and it just didn't. It just kind of cratered, so probably could have held it, got some money back, but it is what it is with Costco. I'm probably going to take some time off trading Costco because it's been a little bit choppy lately, so we'll see what happens. But it definitely was a good short up here at the 320 if you caught it. I was shorted a little bit early, 310. I didn't think it was going to get up to 320, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Another trade I did today was VXX. Only made $4, unfortunately, and I was in next week expiration. Now, if I look at VXX, here's the issue that I had. Pretty much just second guessed myself on this contract here, and I had a really great entry. I got in right around, let's say noon, 12:05 Central Time. So I got in right on this dip, right when I was trying to recover right in here. I didn't think it was going to reach up in here, and then when it failed at 41, I got out. And obviously I sold that for pennies. That contract that I had for next week expiration for the 40.5 call here, 40.5, I sold it for 297, and you can kind of see how it, just crazy. But this is why, it was definitely a learning experience for me. I sold it for 297. It closed up at 440 area. I sold it way down in here like for pennies, made $4, and because I was like, I'm already short the market. I don't want to lose any more, and I didn't want to bag hold VXX calls. But apparently my decision to get the entry was great, and this is kind of where you mess up. The entry was great, however the exit was rather poor. I should have just left this alone and not thought about it. It's been consolidating around the 40 area, and it wanted to push up here, obviously today. If you're doing TNA on the VIX or VXX, but it's been gravitating towards 40, and the market was moving lower, and it caused VIX to really explode here, in VXX really to explode here in the afternoon. And if I just held on a few more minutes, it would have definitely been great. But that's what happens when you second guess yourself, and that's how you can turn. Sure, I didn't lose any money, but I did the due diligence. I put the risk on, and I talked myself out of the trade. Kind of going into tomorrow now. So We'll talk about oil here, and then I'll talk about the other trades that I put on today. I put on Visa, I put on Home Depot, and I put on USO. So USO, as you guys know, oil has definitely cratered here, and it's actually oil went into negative territory for the May expiration. This was the confusing part. If you look up /CL is showing at $21, and this is the second month. The front month is currently May expiration. This is, if you just do /CL, they're going to show you the June expiration. You could tell once you click on trade here, you can see oil futures June 2020 here, June 2020. So this month has not yet. There's a bit of a divergence here, and May expiration closed at negative 37.63 a barrel, meaning producers would pay traders to take the oil off their hands. This negative price has never happened before for an oil futures contracts trade month by month. The June WTI contract which expires on May 19th, fell 18% to settle at $20.43 per barrel. This contract which was more actively traded is a better reflection of the reality in the oil market. The July contract was roughly 11% lower at $26.18 per barrel. So, don't be too concerned here. We'll see. If you think that it's just gonna blow up. I mean, obviously, oil is in big trouble. I mean, we've known this for a long time. Oversupply, no demand. I mean, what did you expect was going to happen? But I was trading USO this morning. I did put a position on this rip up here. On this rip up here, I did get into January 2021 contracts on USO. I sold a naked put at $4, which I'm down on. I bought a naked call at $5 strike, which I'm up on, and then to defend my position, because I do think USO is probably going to go a little bit lower here. I bought for the June expiration of this year, June 2020. I bought 3.5 puts, which I'm up a little bit, so I'm only down $3 at the position. So we'll see what happens. USO, I plan on holding for the long term here. So, I'm looking forward to come down to maybe like the 3 or 250 area before bouncing, and we'll kind of play it by ear there. Visa for tomorrow. I'm currently in the 165. I'm in the 165 put. That's currently up $20. I think that Visa is probably going to come down here, try to retest the 160 area this week, which is why I held it. It has been in a pretty nice downtrend here. I do think we're going to come down to like 161, 160 is my target for Visa. And then Home Depot. Home Depot is a play on the home sales reports this week. So tomorrow morning, we're going to have the existing home sales. And then on Thursday, we have new home sales, which Home Depot is going to be, I think, going to be impacted negatively. And it did push up. I have a 210 put. I think that this is a bad mark. I don't think I'm down $68. I think it's because Home Depot, if we look at Home Depot here, yeah, the bid and the ask at close was a little bit wide. The bid was $360, the ask is $665, so it's not really pricing it accordingly. So I think I'm probably up. I'm probably up on this trade about $100 or so, because I did put this on a little bit early today because I thought that we were going to fail. I put it on right when it was like 208 area. It's now at 206. We closed at 206.05, so I'm probably up like $80 or so, not down 68. It looks like a bad mark. But I thought we were going to come back down and we were going to fade. Obviously, this pushed up. I held, and I'm back into the green. I had a really rough close here. Dropped from 207 all the way down to 206 right at close there. So I'm looking for it to revisit this lower 200 area right down in here where it has a little bit of support here, like around 200. If we're looking right here, 199, 200 area right in here. So that's what I'm looking at on Home Depot. Pretty much a play on the reports. IBM, I did put a trade on. IBM had earnings. Now, let me kind of walk you through this trade real quick, and we'll get into what IBM did. What I did here for IBM is I got a 670 credit. It took about, my max loss is around 330 or so. And what I have on right here is I sold an at the money call and put. I bought some wings, 10 $10 wide wings here. I bought the 110 put and I bought the 130 call. And really what I'm looking at here was a neutral play. I think that the earnings are pretty much priced in at this point, which is why I went with neutral. And now I'm just going to do this. I think it's going to have like probably about a 20 to 30%. Well, we'll do 25%. If we have a 25% reduction in IV tomorrow, what I'm looking at is, let me just, I basically, to break even, I need above like 113.50 and below 126.50. I'll still make a little bit of money there, but my sweet spot's obviously gonna be like 120. Right now it's at 118. Theoretically, I'm gonna make about $100 on this trade, so it's not gonna be a huge winner. It's just trying to capture a little bit of premium. It was what I was looking to do, and right now it's currently at 118, 119. So if it opens up here, theoretically, I'm gonna be making about $110 tomorrow on this trade, unless IB drops a little bit more. I mean, which it could, but probably not if we have a down day tomorrow. But IBM, we kind of expected revenue dropped 3% from a year ago, and they also withdrew the full year 2020 guidance. Revenues, earnings per share, revenues were up, I believe. Let me see here. No, revenue drops 3%. Sorry, excuse me. And try to get net income totaled for the quarter totaled 1.18 billion, down 26% year over year. So not looking good. However, we already kind of knew that they weren't looking good, and that's why I think that it's kind of priced in. It's the us versus herd mentality. If everybody is in on this trade, if everybody knows something, maybe it could work out. But my risk was rather low, so I'd rather sell premium in this. Seemed like a crowded trade. I didn't think it was really going anywhere. And after, I had a really great week last week on banks, selling premium on banks. And so far, if this stays around here, we're going to be making some money selling some premium on IBM. And I am looking to sell some more premium through earnings this week. We have a major earnings week coming up here. But in terms of my trades, those are pretty much the only ones, that I had that are active trades. Tomorrow, what I'm going to be looking at here is I'm going to be looking at possibly a Netflix position. I'm looking to go short on Snapchat. I'm already short Chipotle, but I'm going to maybe sell some call spreads as well. Right now on Chipotle, I do have a debit spread because I do think it's going to come down to around the 700 area. I do have a debit spread. I have the 700 put, and I'm short the 695. So it looks like this, just so you can see on the screen here. So we're actually one standard deviation away, which is a little bit. I put this trade on a little bit early. I didn't think it was going to go up this high, but now it's above 800. It's at 808, and the expected move is plus or minus 75. So now we're one standard deviation away. So we'll see if I might need to adjust that tomorrow. I don't actually think I'm up money on this trade. I'm probably down like $50 or so on this trade. But the other thing is implied volatility may move up tomorrow for Chipotle. CMG, it did have a rather flat day. It's down $11 from its highs because it really ramped up on Friday. But relatively, if you look at the chart here, didn't really do anything all day. If we can come back down here, maybe like 780, 760 tomorrow, I can maybe take that trade off, redeploy, or maybe sell some calls up here, like in the 800 area. So we'll definitely see. We'll balance it out. We'll get it back. We'll get back what that debit spread is, and we'll try to figure it out. And options trading is about balance. Options trading is about maneuvering. And that's what I plan on doing. So if you guys watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end, hit the like button. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.